For 15 years, the Federal Bureau of Investigation ran secret disruption campaigns inside the United States, a domestic operation built to track threats that steadily turned on lawful citizens. The program had a name, COINTELPRO, active from 1956 to 1971, aimed at civil rights groups, anti-war organizers, student movements, and political organizations across the spectrum. The public break came on March 8, 1971, when activists entered a small FBI office in Media, Pennsylvania, removed files, and mailed them to reporters. The Washington Post printed selections within weeks, revealing directives to infiltrate, to discredit, and to fracture groups that were exercising protected rights. One file referenced the 1964 anonymous letter sent to Martin Luther King Jr., a coercive message later traced to Bureau operations and preserved in official archives. Under J. Edgar Hoover, field offices used informants, wiretaps, and mail covers, a toolbox that expanded from investigations into influence campaigns that chilled speech. Targets included the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, Students for a Democratic Society, the Black Panther Party, and Puerto Rican independence groups, an ever wider list over time. Tactics pushed beyond surveillance, planting rumors inside meetings, pressuring employers and landlords, and steering internal splits that weakened organizations from within. The shock widened in 1975 when the Senate formed the Church Committee, a select panel with subpoena power, cameras rolling, and a mandate to document what secrecy had hidden. Witnesses described black bag jobs, warrantless monitoring, and dossiers on activists and public figures, a paper trail that placed methods and dates under the same bright lights. The committee concluded that intelligence powers had crossed legal boundaries, and that extraordinary tools built for foreign adversaries had been turned inward without proper checks. In 1976, Attorney General Edward Levi issued binding guidelines that required factual predicates, approvals, and clearer limits on domestic security investigations. In 1978, Congress passed the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, creating a specialized court, introducing warrants for national security wiretaps, and setting minimization rules. COINTELPRO had been formally shut down in 1971, yet the new framework made one principle plain: safeguards must outlast assurances and must be written into durable procedure. Disputes over scope and intent never erase the record. Files show efforts to discredit leaders through rumor, campaigns, and pressure tactics that had no place in ordinary law enforcement. The King letter stands as a stark exhibit, a single page that captured the drift from investigation into intimidation, and the human cost when power leaves the rails. Oversight reshaped practice, but later audits still found compliance gaps, a reminder that transparency, guidelines, and courts must anchor programs that operate out of public view. The historical record leaves a lasting lesson. Secrecy can swallow mandate, and only sustained oversight can pull it back to the constitutional line that a free society requires.